Be brought down at the 24. The Falcons offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking the shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bazelak. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Offense gets set for second down. Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chomped up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bobcats offense will take the field for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Bobcats line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Garcia. And the returner will be dragged down. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse now, he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Running to daylight from inside his 25. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Going to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down in the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On third down, going up top. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. The Ohio U offense returns to the field.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Trying to get nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Garcia. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Discards a man. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get him.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
He'll throw one to his right. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
On the move, it's Stewart. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, BG. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he tacks on the extra point.
21, Ohio, 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd down after the run. Back to throw, it's Navarro. It's complete on the right side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he could not get loose on the run. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
This offense has a 2nd down play. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might...
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bowling Green!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. To the air, it's Navarro. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Scrambling away. He'll let one go down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, BG!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Athens, Ohio for an entertaining first half than you? Here's a quick recap. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Peden Stadium.
And the Falcons will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This is an offense that has a chance to be one of the better rushing attacks in the country at the end of the year because of the athleticism of this quarterback. You're going to see this guy do damage with his legs this year.
Let's go. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. They're bringing heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on second down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots, so you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the pass. Got it. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it again. Touchdown, Falcons! And the stomping has commenced.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Hunt. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Caught behind the line. It's Hunt. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. They're trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Looking for a block, it's Garcia. Makes a move. Smashes through the tackle. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bowling Green. And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he muffs it. It's loose. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Well, jet sweep pass. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hendricks. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Offense facing 4th down. Number 43 on to kick it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Bowling Green has the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, BG!
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the point after is good.
63, Ohio, 0.
After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the Falcons want to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Bazelak. Pressure coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Ohio, 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense is... their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Makes the grab. It's Dennis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air, it's Navarro. Coming after him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He'll bring it back. It's Garcia. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback extends the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Feeling some heat. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the punt high into the air. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe enough.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. On the move, it's Johnson.
The returner brings it out to the 44, and the Bowling Green offense will take over. First and
So
10.
with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.